Hey sweet friends, it's Kathy. Welcome back to my kitchen. Today I'm making another family favorite, German chocolate cake. And funny enough, it actually has nothing to do with Germany. It was named after Samuel German, the man who created the original chocolate recipe many years ago. Let's start with the dry ingredients. Into a large bowl go the flour and cocoa powder. Just look at that rich chocolate color already. We're off to a good start. Next comes the sugar, baking soda, baking powder, and a pinch of salt. Give everything a good mix until it's evenly combined. This is basically the chocolate cake foundation, so we want every spoonful to be perfectly balanced. I'm keeping things simple today and using just one bowl. So I make a little well right in the middle of the dry ingredients, like a tiny dessert volcano waiting to erupt. Now the wet ingredients go in. Buttermilk first, then 2 large eggs one by one. A little vegetable oil for moisture. Warm water to bring everything together. And of course, vanilla extract, because vanilla is basically dessert perfume. Now comes the satisfying part, mixing everything until smooth and glossy. The batter should be silky and pourable, almost like melted chocolate dreams. Next, I prepare my baking pans. A little butter and parchment paper at the bottom helps the cakes release beautifully later. Nobody wants half the cake staying in the pan. That's just heartbreak in the kitchen. Time to divide the batter between 2 pans. I try to keep it as even as possible because balanced layers make the prettiest cake slice later. Into the preheated oven, they go for about 30 to 35 minutes. And while the cakes are baking, we get to make the best part, the famous coconut pecan filling. Into a saucepan goes butter and evaporated milk, followed by both white and brown sugar. This filling is what makes this cake so iconic, rich, caramel-like, and completely irresistible. Next, I separate 3 egg yolks. This step always makes me feel like a professional pastry chef, until I almost drop the shell in. Now the yolks go into the saucepan and everything cooks gently over low heat. Stir patiently until it thickens into a luscious golden cream. It starts smelling like caramel, toasted sugar, and happiness. Once thickened, I transfer the cream to a bowl to cool slightly. Now the texture magic begins. In go the coconut flakes. Stir slowly and carefully so everything stays creamy and rich. I chop the pecans into small pieces. Not too fine, we want those little crunchy bites inside the filling. Pecans add healthy fats and a buttery, nutty flavor, so this cake is basically wellness with frosting. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. The cakes are ready now, and I carefully take them out of the oven. Once cooled a little, I trimmed the tops just slightly so both layers stack perfectly. Plus, let's be honest, those trimmed cake pieces are the baker's reward. Now it's time to build our masterpiece. First, parchment paper on the serving plate to keep things clean, then the first cake layer goes down, followed by a generous amount of the coconut pecan filling. And yes, be generous. This is not the moment for restraint. Then the second layer goes on top, and the rest of the cream gets spread beautifully across the top. Just look at those glossy pecans and coconut flakes. This cake is already still in the show. And there it is, my German chocolate cake is ready. Beautiful chocolate layers, rich filling, and that magical coconut aroma filling the whole kitchen. Before serving, I like to chill it in the fridge for about 20 minutes, just so everything settles nicely. Now for the best part, the cut test. Look at that slice. So soft, so moist, and perfectly layered. The chocolate sponge is tender and the filling is creamy with little crunchy pecan surprises. Time to grab a cup of tea and enjoy a well-deserved sweet moment. Let me know in the comments if you love this recipe, and don't forget to subscribe for more sweet and easy dessert ideas every week.